Welcome back, creatives. Still talking about tech businesses or how to build a sustainable tech business. Something that is very paramount and must be properly considered is people. I use the word people because of the amount of persons, individuals you're going to get to meet while trying to walk your walk in tech. In tech, we need to see people as the ultimate multiplier. I believe in any business field at all too. You can have a brilliant idea, a solid product, a funding, but if you do not have the right people behind it, you'll stall, you'll be burnt out, or you'll fail fast. Well, failing fast is not such a bad thing. But on the flip side, right, if any product with an elite team can be iterated into a $1 billion business. Your team matters. The people you move around with matter a lot. Let me break something down here. So the right team will 10x your product. Great team members don't just, do their jobs. They stretch the vision. They go the extra mile for it. But then this is also dependent on how you sell the vision. If you allow every individual in the team to have a piece of the vision, to see a piece of themselves within the vision, then it's easier to go the extra mile for it. You want engineers who challenge the assumptions and suggest better architecture, not just people who are laid back and go with whatever, whether you're right or wrong. You want designers who anticipate user needs and their experience before anyone else. You want marketers who can test, tweak, and triple conversion rates. And you want ops people who prevent fires before they even start. You want a great team. And one way to have a great team is to pick people who are really good at what they do. But not only that, you also have to be a great leader because people will only follow you if you know how to lead well. Something you also need to have at the back of your mind is if you have a good team and can 10x your product, that means the wrong team will drain you and your spirit. A wrong hire doesn't just cost salary, it costs time spent onboarding and managing, it costs morale, especially if they're toxic and disengaged and you have to chase them all around. Really, it causes burnout too. It can cost you your focus. So you spend more time fixing them than you're actually building your business. Let me give an example. If you raise up to 500,000 naira or $500 and you spend about 80K on a hire that doesn't deliver for 6 months, right? That's over like 15% of your run rate gone with no return on investment. So you want to invest in people who are willing to invest in your business. Basically, most people are out for the money, but there are other ways to invest in your business by doing the work. If they are willing to do the work, then they are a good investment. Don't tolerate mediocrity or misalignment because you need help. You'll pay more for it in the long run. So just get the right hands now. Something that most founders, early startup founders, do not understand is they need to hire slowly. In the early days, every hire culture is defining. Every single one. Don't rush just because you're overwhelmed or you need somebody to handle this and handle that. Take the time to define exactly what success looks for you, what success looks for the role, what success would mean for the company. Look for cultural alignments, not just skill, And then you can give test projects or paid trials. I do have my reservations about that, but sometimes it's necessary just to see how well they can do what they claim to do. And now this should not be for every role, and some tests are just unnecessary. But that's by the way. So be intentional from day one, including your hires. Something else you want to do when handling your tech businesses, you want to fire kindly but clearly. You'd have to let people go. And you can do it in the nicest way, but you need to understand that you have to let people go when you need to let them go. I think this goes both ways, right? For the founder and then for the employee also. If you feel like the company is no longer in line with the vision you have for yourself as an individual, you should leave. And as a company, as a founder, if you feel like this individual is no longer bringing as much value to the company and is in fact holding the company back, you should let them go. You should fire kindly but clearly. Let them leave with your dignity. Offer support if you can, but be firm about why the fit isn't just there. If it's not working, don't delay the hard conversations, but also don't be cruel. I think this is like a relationship advice. So dragging out misfits hurts the whole team, right? It would create side talks, and you do not want that. That would tell other team members that standards do not matter, and you want your standard to matter. So you want to do it kindly, but clearly. Everybody should understand why it is done. Another thing to consider while trying to build your business, your company, your team is you want to prioritize your culture very early. Culture is not just a vibe, right? It should be a system. It should show up in how you make decisions, how people speak in meetings, how you handle conflict within the team, feedbacks or failure, and what you reward and what you tolerate. All of these should be your culture, but it should be a system that your company goes by. So startups with strong culture move faster with less drama. Nobody is backbiting, nobody has the strength to do this. They're just focused on their goal. You retain great talent and attract the kind of people who match your mission, your energy, your vibe when you have a well-structured culture, because that would be a system. Now, if you're not building a big company, company that needs several team members, and you just want to be a solo founder, people still matter. You may not have a team yet, but you still need people. A mentor who challenges your assumptions, a co-founder or an early advisor who helps shaping your story, a community where you can learn and stay accountable. You need all this. Solo doesn't mean alone, right? Most of the great solo founders we admire, like Melanie Perkins from Canva, they have strong networks behind them. They ask questions, test ideas, and learn fast by, surrounding themselves with people that are smarter than them in key areas. So you need to surround yourself with people, and you need to surround other people. Basically, you just want to build with people, not just product, right? Your idea is just the spark. People are the fuel. So choose widely. As a leader, lead with clarity and never stop investing in relationships. You never know how far they can take you and what door they can open. So you want to invest in relationships because that's how startups scale from idea to impact.